everyone. Welcome again to another segment of Inclusive Reflections. I'm your host, Terisami, and yet we are on another day that we are so much grateful to God for getting us up to this far. Have you subscribed to our channel? Please, if you haven't, we ask you to subscribe so that you don't miss out on whatever content we air. And if you have subscribed, thank you so much. Continue to stay tuned to Inclusive Reflections because here we inspire one life at a time. Today is an amazing day. We are in Embu County yet again, and today we have an English and music teacher with us. He is a teacher in one of the schools in Runyenje's constituency, Embu County, a school that is called Gakwegori Day Secondary. He is a teacher, he is a father, he is a husband. So, meaning, wholesomely, he is the one that is nurturing the children around. But are you asking yourself why we have him on board? This person with us today, he has fought addiction for 33 years, 33 good years, still with a career, with a family, with children, and that is the story we want to learn. How did he end up into all these drugs? What happened? How was he raised? How did it even affect his career? How did it affect his marriage? How did it affect his children? Because all of us here, if it's not your family, it's either a friend or a cousin or someone. Someone is fighting drug addiction in our smaller circle. So please help me to welcome on board our guest today, Mr. Joe. Hello.
Hello to you.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Now that you are an English teacher today, I'm in trouble. Hey, but I will try my best.
Okay,
Salama?
Salama.
Please say hi to our viewers, Mwalimu.
How are you?
Mm-hmm.
Viewers.
So get to introduce yourself, then you tell us why we are here. We want to know your story.
Okay, thank you.
You say hi to them, wambie umetoka wapi, what do you do, who is Mr. Joy in a nutshell?
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Mike Joy. I'm an English and music teacher. I have taught for many years. And as you have heard, we are here for tell my story about a fight with addiction, of which now I am not any longer addicted. I stopped taking alcohol, bangi, miraa, cigarette. I am completely free of all those things for the last 2.5 years. And I got addicted from 1989. 1989.
Okay.
1989, when I was in primary school. We were left in school alone.
Okay.
For tuition. You see the way the students are at school alone. That was the genesis of my addiction.
That is a primary or secondary school?
A boarding primary school.
Boarding primary school.
Yes.
So that means, if I take you back a little bit, your parents were well off, how you were raised back at home.
Yes.
In those years, you could afford a boarding school.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
Yes. It was not bad.
Yeah.
So, in this boarding school, for the first time, it was saying that the graduate to come back to school earlier because they are candidates to prepare for exams. So, in that period, the other students are not in school.
Yeah.
And even there's few teachers in the school.
Yeah.
That is, you see, I could see some people, some students, some people smoking, sniffing guru, but I never thought that I could never do anything like that. But now because there was freedom and there was nobody to report us, to report me or to report the others who are starting with, that was the first time that one of my colleagues, we sneaked, we went and bought a packet of cigarettes.
Okay.
And in the dormitories, I smoked my first cigarette.
How was the experience?
Kizunguzungu. I slept in the dormitory for about an hour. Okay, now I have smoked.
Yeah.
I never thought I would never smoke. And I have got a packet of cigarette in the dormitory. Okay, in the next day, the same fella told me we sneak and go and buy glue. So we sneaked, went and bought glue, came and sniffed. I sniffed until I got a blackout. A complete blackout. So now in primary school, it was just cigarette and glue. Then when I got into Form 1,
Yeah.
Because now I'm a smoker, so I went to the sanitation area where people smoke, the bedrooms there. I met a Form 2 smoking, and this time he was smoking a cigarette that did not have a filter.
Okay.
And you know the way in school you smoke 3 puffs, you pass the cigarette. So it was passed to me. After I puffed the 3 puffs of this thing, I'd never seen bangi before. I went so high, just like a glue.
Okay. So
Yeah.
the banking and glue has the same effect.
The
on
same
the body.
effect. So now, from that time, I decided I will not smoke. I will not sniff glue again, because now there's an alternative of bangi, which is cheaper, easy to carry, and easily available. So that was when I started smoking bangi, and I stopped sniffing glue. So there was just bangi and cigarette.
So does that mean that this particular time that you have gotten into high school, you have consistently continued to smoke your cigarette and your glue? How are you smuggling them in school?
Okay, to sneak, I did not have a big problem with sneaking from school because I was very physically fit. I could, I could time. I could time when others are in for preps. Go to the fence, sneak, run very fast to the market, which was about 2 kilometers away.
Which school are you in?
That was my high school, Birori. I'd go there, sneak, in Form 1, because I was from a boarding school.
Yeah.
You see, I was a bit enlightened more than the others. So I would go sneak. And because you see, now, after I started smoking, I could not be able to stay without pocket money. I needed money to smoke. Before then, I used to go back with the pocket money
That you are given by
that was given by parents, because I could. There was nothing. I was not taking any drugs. These drugs can be expensive.
Yeah.
So to maintain to get, and the pocket money I'm given cannot sustain to smoke. And so I had to go to think of how to do it. So I want to go to the market, buy cigarettes, come and sell. To the others. And we sell at double price. So I'll get enough money to smoke and live a lifestyle that was above average.
Okay.
Yes.
Question: did your parent ever suspect this time that you are transitioning from primary to secondary? Did they ever suspect that you could have started? Because wazazi wa kitambo, you could not lie to them. Even if you thought you can lie to them, at the back of their mind they could tell there's something.
No, I was clever than that. I could not be caught. I used to hide a lot. Okay, at one time, when I was in school, and I was from smoking, I was called by the deputy principal. I did not know why he was calling me, but I was rinsing my
Your
mouth.
mouth.
Then he asked me, Mike, you are smelling cigarette. And I got a very big beating. It did not really follow it up. But because the only punishment that I got was I was asked to smoke a whole packet at the assembly. And I smoked it, but I was not expelled. That was the punishment, and I really confessed. I really said that I will never smoke again. I was not expelled that time.
Yeah.
Yes. So now in Form 2.
Yeah. Which happens to be the most dangerous class.
Yes. Now you see, now I am famous because I smoke. You see,
It's known.
Yes.
The
other
students
boys,
or even
the other
the
boys,
teachers still have no idea.
No, the teachers don't know.
Okay,
It's
the
only,
boys.
It's only the other boys. So one of the boy asked me we go to drink from Nyanjes. We went to Nyanjes to drink, and we went into the slums. So there was that traditional brew that was, we sat in somebody's house in the slums.
Yeah.
The traditional brew was brought there. I took, but I did not feel, I was not getting, I was wondering now, people say they get drunk. but I never got drunk.
So this was your first time to take
Yes,
alcohol.
yes.
Let's call it alcohol, whatever.
Yes. Never got drunk.
Mm-hmm.
So I went back to the school during night preps.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to pretend I'm drunk, but surely nothing. I have to smoke bangi to feel.
Was it affecting you academically?
No, not really, because the system there, it was something like preps. We used to do proper preps. No noise, no movement. We used to read. Yeah. So my academic, I was always on the top 10. Even though I was taking these drugs.
So they did not alter the functionality of your brain academically?
Not yet. No, I'm not yet very
deep
addicted.
into it.
Yes.
Okay. So you're able to continue with your academic whatever.
Yeah. So then after some time, another boy asked me to go to drink. Now this time we went to the bar.
Okay.
He was from a rich family, so he had money. We went, he bought this Guinness. We sat there in the bar at night when I was in preps.
With your uniform?
With our uniform.
You are so daring.
Yeah, but it is, those bars that are here, and it is at night. And it is like now this boy knew the
owner of the bar.
The barmaid. So we drank. I still never got drunk.
Okay.
Yeah. I understood to smoke.
For you to feel
like I am drunk. You don't remember I've ever
drunk again.
Sniffed group. So now I'm trying to get now the effect of alcohol.
It's not coming.
It's not like group. It's not like bang. You see?
Why are you testing everything?
Now I'm testing. So okay. So I kind of stopped drinking because it's not really.
It's not bringing anything.
Yeah. So I just continued with my bangi. That one was really touching me. So from there, I went to college. In my first week in college, the company that I got, the ones who welcomed me there, now in college you don't have to sneak. You go out legally.
That is your life.
The bar that they took me, that is the bar where we went now to drink our pocket money.
Yeah, where did you go to college?
That was Kagumo Teachers College in Nyeri. Kagumo Teachers College in Nyeri. We went to another market there called Gatitu. And the kind of brew that was there was sorghum, and there was medusa. The students, they take these cheap brews,
Yeah.
So my peers, they took me to that den, and now we took alcohol proper. That was my first time to get drunk. Okay. Beer. Yeah.
So you managed to perform well despite your drug issues in high school, enough to admit you to a college.
Yes.
And now you still continuing with the same habit.
Yeah.
You even want to graduate. You're not getting to a place of this, whatever I'm doing is wrong. That reminds me, were you raised in a Christian family?
Yes, I was raised in a Christian family. Actually, even when I was in primary school, I was an altar boy. Okay. So in college,
you are primary. You're saying you are not a boy, or you were saying something.
What?
Primary. About I asked you whether you are raised in a Christian family.
Yes, I was raised in a Christian.
So you were saying when you're in primary, you are
an altar boy, and even in secondary school, I used to go to church. Yeah. So taking drugs is not making not. Even at home, nobody knew that I was taking that kind of drugs.
Let me ask, how did you manage to hide yourself from class 8? That is 1 year, then we have 4 years.
You see, like,
in
for example,
secondary, how did you...
At home, if it is smoking this bangi, you see, I used to be given responsibilities to go and take care of the cows. So when I'm taking care of the cows,
you will smoke all of it.
I will smoke as much as I want, and then I will go and brush. And then if I am very high, I will pretend I'm sick. So in the table room, I'll just say I'm sick and keep quiet.
Please, our viewers, nobody should use that trick. It is going to work against you next time. So it's not a trick. And now, again, you are in college. You're not fearing like these whole things that you're doing, you can get addicted. Has it ringed in your mind that maybe to some extent, whatever I'm indulging into might affect my life?
I have got a company. I have got followers. We are moving in 3. And it's like, okay, we go for the lectures in the evening. It's just booze and booze and booze and booze. And because I told you that in secondary school, I used to sell bangi. So even in college, I used to sell.
You have got, who was getting it for you?
I used to, with one of my colleagues, we would go far into the valleys, Chania River, and go and buy the oil stone from there, then sit on it with our flag, roll the laws and start and sell them in college. So that you can be able to finance now. Now I'm financing smoking, cigarette, bangi and alcohol.
What? So you have gone out the first time, you have drunk, you have gotten drunk. You have taken alcohol,
Now
you have gotten
now
drunk.
known that
So
I can
how
feel
is the
good.
feeling? How do you feel now that it's your first experience?
Okay, I'm still strong, so I can take a lot of booze and feel very good, and even wake up without so much of a hangover because I'm still young and still strong. But later, the more you continue taking alcohol, you become weak. So you take today, the next day you are feeling completely worn out. Yes.
So how will it continue? You're still in your 4 years of
Okay,
study.
so now after that I graduated. Now I went for my first employment. Okay.
Which year is this now?
That is 1998. I was posted to Chogoria House. This is a Christian school, but I still got into the company of some drunkards there.
Hena, you are really quick to make friends with drunkards in wherever you go. You are sharp.
Those people who drink is like those people who go to church.
The first thing they do when they land in a new place is looking for people that have the same affiliation.
Yeah. So, but this time now, because I've been paid, so I stopped taking these cheap brews.
You graduated. You advanced.
Now I'm taking Tasker and Prisoner. I'm even going to big clubs with important people, and they're feeling very important. But it did not last for long.
What do you mean it did not last for long?
I still got away from that company and went back to the cheap brews.
Why? And you're being paid. But the money is not enough,
the company.
Let's say
The company. I wanted to drink in a place that is noisy.
Okay, na hawa wengine hawatakangi kelele.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want somewhere noisy, even somewhere where I am buying, so that I am praised.
Oh, sifa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nikiingia hivi kila mtu ni mwalimu ameingia. So I tell them hapa, you cannot buy big beers, you need these cheap brews to buy them.
Let me ask, how much was a cup? Is it a cup of the cheap brews? One is 30 bob. Ama ilikuwa pesa ngapi?
Those days, around 50.
50 bob. So if you have 1,000, the other one bottle is?
Now the bottle was 50. These others were for 10 bob.
Okay.
Those days. But our beer used to go for about 50 shillings.
Okay.
Okay. So, but now this the donation ones are 10 bob. So with 100,
you are the talk of.
And even there are some people who follow you, so that you can buy them.
That one used to make you feel
important. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so now I started taking spirits. Cheap ones. There's one that we used to call chura.
I think I had that candy.
Yeah. It was in a socket. Okay, then from there, I interrogated. I started taking another one that was like porridge.
Why?
Just because of the dance that I'm going. You go take what people taking. And once you start to go there, you go there the second time, the third time, you start getting used to that place. So you end up, now that becomes your new
routine.
Yeah.
Let me ask a question. This time that you are doing all this beer from the 10 bob one to cheap ones, are you still doing your duties as a teacher? How is your relationship with your job and how are you in your work?
There's complaints from the office, of course. About
what kind of complaints?
Okay, that's, you see, this is a Christian school.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to associate the teachers all
drunks.
But my work is perfect.
So you've been tolerated to some extent.
Yes.
Because of the excellence of your work.
Yes, actually, I'm topping in the region.
Oh my God, that becomes hard.
Yeah, my subject tops in the region. Yeah, the students they pass
your subjects.
My subjects.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So and by the way, because I'm not completely addicted,
mm-hmm.
I don't miss school.
So you're still able to meet up with your timetable as a teacher?
And even teach extra.
All the others you are doing is during your free time?
Yeah, it's during my free time.
Now that you have already graduated, you are a teacher. Is there any woman in your life? Do you have time for women, or it is teaching beer? Have you gotten into any relationships?
At that time, I'm not thinking about women at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. I'm just like a school boy because I take breakfast in school. I take lunch in school, supper in school. After supper, I go and I teach some lessons until 9, and then I go to the bar.
Paint to us the picture of your house that time.
At that time, my house has got a double decker that have been given by the school. There is a table that have been given by the school and a chair.
Yeah.
Then there is a meko that have been given by my mother and a few utensils. And there is a TV, a Sony, and a video deck and a music system. Nothing else. Yeah.
That is the house of an English teacher who is stopping in the region.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So now
you're not meeting women that are kind of interested now that you have a good job. They feel like they would tolerate you, because sometimes women would feel like he's a good person, he just maybe needs. We give excuses for you people, by the way. It's because he's a young man who has money. There's no woman that is like
that time I'm completely not ready for to settle.
And how old are you this particular time?
I'm 22.
22.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But of course I had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
The girlfriend was in a far away place. So it's like now we are not together. Okay. So it's just a work, booze, and weed.
Okay.
Okay. So from there, and then I got a transfer. I went to my next station, Chukabois. That is now the time I started chewing Mira. Because the company that I met, they were chewing.
Again, just like your norm, you get there, you get bad boys.
So now at the 4, we go to a club, chew Mira, chew. Yeah.
Please paint. I have always asked myself, how does Mira affect one's system? I've never understood.
Okay, let me say that. When I was chewing Mira, you see there are rules. We talk. The people chew Mira, they talk on how to best use it. So now there is people say that you can have problems of with your wife. For example, if you chew Mira, but I would say that if you have got an empty stomach, you not be able to have the strength. But if you have eaten, it is just like beer. In the morning, all that toxic will be out of your body. So I chewed Mira for a very long time.
So that means Mira is addictive on its own. No bangi, no pombe, Mira on its own.
Actually, Mira is now the top. The feeling that you get from Mira is like nana. It's not like bang.
Are you serious?
It's not like cigarette. It's not actually cigarette. It's not that. It's not like, but Mira makes you feel good. It makes you feel good. Then Mira, the problem with Mira is that it also has got another addiction. Mira does not go out. You will now be addicted to even the phone. You're always on the phone like a zombie. Just scroll there. You never sleep.
Yeah.
So Mira goes with addiction of the phone. So I would always be on the phone and my mirror. And at that time I was not really taking a lot of alcohol because now I found a new friend in Mira.
Yeah.
So now from there I went now to another station. That was in Machakos.
After how long?
Now this is my around 8 year working. Okay, then I went to another station. I continued taking booze there. Still smoking, chewing mira. Now I'm taking everything.
At what age are we talking about?
Now I'm in my 30s.
You're in 30s. No wife.
No, I've not yet married.
Your parents, your family, are they seeing? Because at some point, like for mothers and sons, you even hear a mother ask, unapelekanga pesa zako wapi? What do you do with your money? Have you done anything that your parent have, like, he's working, we can see what he's working on, even if there is no wife, there is development. Is your parent aware? Are your parent aware of your drug addiction at this particular point?
There is a lot of pressure, but you see, as long as you are I'm on the defensive. I'm on the. I've not accepted. I can't see the need to get married, to have a family, to settle down. I'm still rioting. Yeah.
So the year where you are taking drugs, you're into drugs?
Yes, but you know now I'm on my own. I'm not asking for any money from them, so there's not much they can do.
Okay.
Yeah. So from there, I went now to another station. Okay, now in the next one, I now it's like I stopped chewing a lot of mira.
Because now you cannot access it. You are in Chuka, you've been sent to Machakos.
Yes. Now I started taking.
You went back to alcohol. Okay.
Yes, I took a lot of alcohol. Okay, and to fast forward everything, when I came back to Embu, I was present to Kigari Teachers College.
Kigari Teachers?
Kigari
Teachers College.
Yes, to teach music. But I did not stay there for very long because now it's like they could not
accommodate you
because of absence. Yes, now I'm starting to absent from work.
So your behavior has started now to affect your career.
Yes, now it has started to affect my career.
But that was a promotion from a high school teacher to a tutor in a college.
Yes. So now from there, that's the time I came here. Okay, when I came here, I came with I did not really accepted that I'm from a college to high school. So I continued taking a lot of alcohol.
This time, are you still married?
Now I'm already married now. Yes. I got married when I was at Machakos. Okay. Now,
you did not think like, now I have people depending on me, I have someone depending on me, I need to drop this habit, I need to concentrate. Okay,
I couldn't get pressure from my family to stop, but because now, you see, addiction is like a disease. And when you are addicted, you are kind of selfish. You don't listen to others.
You don't even think about other people.
Yes, you are thinking about
yourself.
Yeah, don't consider the feeling of others. Even if they tell you, it's just about you and you and you and you. Okay? So from there, I would get very, very drunk now. Now I'm at Royanges, I'm in my home area. And then now, to fast forward, you see the time of Corona. So the schools were closed. Now that is the time now when I got now proper addiction, because you see, I was not going to school, so I would wake up and go to the bar. And it was like there wasn't this taskers and prisoners. They were not very much available. What was very much available was the spirits, and there were spirits of home brands, and they were cheap. So I took and took and took. I used to buy in cartons now this time.
What?
I have a carton in the house. And there's a carton where we go to hide during Corona. So now I became now proper addict.
Does that mean you are even drinking in the house?
I'm drinking in the house, but in the house I feel that I have to go out. So I go out, I even sleep in a bar.
You have children this time around?
Yes.
You're drinking in front of your wife and your children.
I don't care. You see, I told you, addiction
An
comes with...
addicted person is a selfish person.
Yes. Yeah. Don't think about yourself. Don't think about others.
Mhm.
And again, you see, you don't see yourself as stupid. It's those who are seeing you.
They are the ones that are seeing you as stupid.
Yes.
Not you.
Yeah. So during Corona, I drank and drank. After Corona, I continued drinking. And now it came to a point whereby even my work here was not good. So it was like I was almost losing my job.
Okay.
So I got advice that I should seek a psychiatrist
Help.
help. I went to a psychiatrist. I was put under outpatient for 6 months.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Even if you're taking us this fast forward, this is where we want to understand.
Yeah.
So you have become totally addicted.
Yeah.
Who is this person that is coming and telling you need to seek counseling?
Okay, you see now.
And how did you take it? Because again, it goes back to the first thing, an addicted person is always in denial. Me, I'm not addicted. Why do you think I need to see a
You
counselor?
see, now I'm in the bar. I'm not even minding about my family, my
Yeah.
job. So my father sent some people,
Okay.
and they came and tricked me that I'm being caught. He was in another place. When I arrived there, he had already informed the psychiatrist and the physiotherapist, the doctors. And it is like I don't understand what happened. It's like they wrapped me so that they can be able to, because I was very violent, so they can get me into the hospital.
Yeah.
And they injected me this kind of medicine to make me docile.
Yeah. So your dad tricked some people to come get you. Now you found yourself in a hospital.
Yes, I found myself in a hospital surrounded by doctors, about 10 of them. They pinned me down and they injected me some injections. I went home, slept for 3 days. Okay. Then
Continuous.
yes. Then now I've become very weak. Now I'm not feeling like taking anything. I can't smoke. I can't chew. I can't. There's nothing. Even my wife was even called to by psychiatrist so that she can be informed that if she sees my weakness in me, so she understands that it is because of the medication. Yeah. So I accepted to be helped because I was almost losing my job. So I got a letter that I am under medication. So even in school, I can be the timetable can be set in a way that I can teach in the morning.
It can be flexible for your sake to allow you.
To fix myself so that I can continue teaching. Okay, so I was trying, but now the drugs were really putting me off.
Yeah.
I went and told the psychiatrist that I'm not going to take those drugs after 3 months. I better go to jail because I had become a complete zombie. And I became aggressive and went full blast into drinking
again.
Yes. So I drank now. It's like I'm drinking to punish myself.
Were you punishing yourself or were you punishing your family or your parents?
I don't care. Whatever happens now, I don't care attitude.
Even with knowing that your job was at stake.
Yes, now I don't care even if I lose my job. I don't care. I was a bit lucky because that time it was a practicing teacher who had taken my lessons.
Your lessons.
Yeah. So I will make technical appearances and go back to drink. Then now at this point, because I had a motorbike and I'm really drinking myself stupid, I'm having accidents. At one time, I was admitted at Kenya Hospital because of an accident. I got many other accidents. So I would come to school with a wood, a big wood. I showed the principal. The principal told me, just go and get well and go back to drinking. So I drank until a point whereby now I have to wake up in the morning to go and drink fast.
Kutoa
rock. Shaking. Actually, the first grass, someone had to hold it for me. I would wake up at 5:30
That was an
to go and wake the barmaid, shouting at the door there, wake up, shaking, feeling like could just fall and die. After taking the first bottle, I would vomit. The second one, I would stop shaking. The third bottle, I would feel now
now stabilizing because it has been.
The fourth one, I get comfortable now. I don't feel like going anywhere. It is just making calls, excuses, and lies.
Let me ask a question as we continue. How is your marriage? How many years are you into marriage? How are your children? Are they going to school? Are you providing for your family?
Okay, at that time, my wife was very supportive because she never left me. I used to beat her, but she's a strong woman because she took care of the children.
How many kids do you have?
2. So if it was not for her, I don't even think those children have gone to school because I did not care at all. It's just me and me alone. But she had understood me because even when I would come home very dirty, there's a way she would tell me, and I would find myself the first thing going to the bathroom.
Okay.
She was a bit stern. So.
And do you have a relationship with your children? At all?
Okay. When I'm not drunk, I was the best.
The father of the year.
Yes. Very jovial play. The problem is when
you get drunk, were you violent to them? Or even to your wife?
When I'm drunk, you see the children just run away. They're not wait there. Yeah. But when I'm sober, you see everything is very okay. Yeah. So I went on like that. Now at night, I would sweat alcohol. I smell like this. Alcohol is smelling.
What?
I am sweating alcohol. As I sleep like this, I'm feeling like I can die. I'm not even closing my eyes to make sure that I don't close and then not wake up.
Even if you're scared of death, yet you're drinking yourself to death.
I'm really shaking. Okay, so now, then now I started thinking of how to stop. Is when one of those women who are usually in the bar 24/7 drinking themselves stupid started seeing herself better than me.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
She told me that now alcohol has gotten into your blood and you are now going to die. I look now at the people who are pitying me.
And I think you pitied yourself.
Yes. I was saying, have I really reached to this level? Is this how far it has gone?
This is how worse it is.
Yes, even I'm being pitied by those people who look.
And being a woman, I think it made it worse.
Okay. Then, now I started always at the back of my mind, I'm asking, how can I stop? How can I stop? Then, the psychiatrist. The psychiatrist had told me that I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop at least drinking. I can, the others maybe later.
Yeah.
So when I went to my mother's place, I told her I'm really struggling to stop. Even the psychiatrist told me But you can stop alcohol and continue smoking. You told me no. You can stop everything.
Okay, mothers.
Yeah. So now those ones now are really haunting me. I can stop
Everything.
Not just one. I can stop banking, miraa, cigarette, and beer. Everything.
So that means even as the woman in the bar is telling you, you are still
I'm
doing
going to
all
die.
of them together. You're still doing your banking.
Yeah.
You're still doing your alcohol.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
your cigarettes.
Yes. Yeah. And miraa. Okay. So now it is something me that I can stop.
Everything.
Yeah. So now I started praying. God told me to stop one day. To stop one day. So now, as now it can reach a point whereby I could not even come to school. I had to ask a teacher to come for me, just to be seen around. And I'm even hiding something here so that I can stabilize myself. To take an appearance.
Yeah.
I'm really repeating myself. And there's no fun now here. Because now it has reached a point whereby it is now, this addiction now has now become a bother because I have to wake up to drink. And you see, I could not come to stay in school when I'm drunk. Okay. So now one day, as I went to, I did not take anything. And when I've not taken, I could not ride my bike. But I took the bike and I went. Then I got to a point whereby now I could not ride. I had to stop. And I was alone on the road. Then I said, I asked God to help me just to get home. And I got the bike shaking and I reached home. That was the first day I did not drink. The next day I woke up and I did not go to drink. Okay, but then the other day I went to the bar. Those people do not buy, who have never bought me beer. That's the time they are giving even not one, two.
The one that could not even buy you anything is the time they are offering.
Yes.
The devil is a liar.
Yeah. I give it out. Then I had somebody say, leave him alone. You give him 2 weeks.
He'll be back.
He'll be back. Now those ones really got into me. I said, I'm going to prove you wrong. Yeah. It is not 2 weeks. Yeah. Then now I went telling everybody
that you have stopped.
That I have stopped. So that now the next week I will not go to tell them that I have started again. Yeah. So I started confessing to everybody that I have stopped. And now with that in mind, that my mom and others think you can stop. And then others are saying that give him 3 weeks, you'll be back.
Yeah.
So that is why I found my strength to.
You wanted to prove a point.
Yes. And a month.
What was your wife's reaction?
She was very happy. She was very happy because now you see she was the victim. You see, she was the victim all those years.
Did she ever feel like, you ni mgonjwa? You know, there are things people would stop after doing them for so many years until like you no longer have an expectation of them. Because most of the time we are disappointed by people because we have a certain expectation from them. So could your wife have gotten to a place like, okay, Mungu, wakati wako ikifika, how did she react the first day that you went home without drinking? Ukachukua motorbike ukaenda ukarudi. What was her reaction?
Okay, I was made very nice food.
That's a woman.
And even my daughter decorated that food.
Wow.
I could see her even when I told them I'm not taking beer. They were taking photos of that plate. And I took the food. And the next day I was given more food. And now from then, now so that I cannot go back to drinking, I decided that, you see, I have to have an alternative.
Yeah.
So now I would go to the supermarket and buy all the nice things. For the first time, I'm buying chocolate, pizza, nice cake.
Yeah.
And I'm just buying those things that I cannot afford.
To show yourself what you are missing out.
Yes. And all those nice things.
I know.
Yeah. And then, by luck, as I was going, I saw somewhere written gym. I went and enrolled. So, so I would go there and spend a lot of time just lifting
weights.
Lifting weights. Okay, even though I still got another problem because now, if you stop chewing and smoking, you now gain appetite. So I started gaining weight because now I am not smoking and I am not chewing around, but I had to sacrifice something. I said I would better be obese or have all the weight than have that feeling
and go back to it.
Or the way you feel when you are an addict, the way you feel when you have got an hangover, the way you feel when you are shaking, the way you feel when you are sweating alcohol, the way you feel when you have slept in the trench, the way you feel when you don't go home, the way you feel when you start getting dirty because you cannot control you are drinking. I said I better be obese, but then all the other things I have left behind.
Wow. Yeah. How was the feeling of going to the gym?
Okay, now going to the gym, you see, it was a new thing. The experience the excitement was very nice. Okay, so I went there, but the problem I was not cutting weight. I was adding weight. I went there when I was, at first when I was drinking, I was 78. By the time I started going to the gym, I was 90. I continued lifting the treadmill, I got to 104. I'm still in the gym now at 20. It's now the gym is not really cutting. Actually, maybe there's even adding my appetite. So I'm eating also. And then I started feeling like
your legs,
my knees,
the weight,
and the age. It's not really. So I stopped going to the gym.
Okay.
But after I stopped going to the gym, I stopped feeling all the pains in my knees and in my back.
Okay.
And I got comfortable. People will try to tell you you have got so much weight, but that is, I don't feel it because they don't know how it feels to be an addict.
Yeah. So now you are 1 month, 2 months. What kept you going?
Okay,
when other people are looking out for you. Unajua hata mtu akiokoka ndivyo anaambiangwa siku ngapi? Siku chache tu alafu urudi hapa. So what kept you really going?
What kept me going, one is, you see now I have got a place to go.
A home.
The gym.
The gym.
There I go and meet people. I was used to staying in a noisy place.
Okay.
So now I'm making noise with
the weights.
The weights. So at least I've got an alternative. So I'm okay. Then I did not really shy off from going to the bar. But after some time, I'm now going to the bar and I'm feeling the place smelling stinky. Even though the drunkards are behaving, I'm not liking it. They are now becoming uneasy.
That's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not now fitting in. Yeah. So that way, that's the way now I stopped. I still go to the bar and I can go to the bar and buy you a beer. And I think I saw now even stay like that and I will still not feel like I'm cheated. Yeah.
And your friends? The kind of friends you had when you transitioned to, I want to work on myself. Did any of them change? Ama, how was it?
You see, when I was drinking,
everywhere you went to a new station, the first thing you used to do is getting to know. So what was your friendship circle like?
You see, when you are going to these cheap dens,
you
see, you're always with the money. So it's like you get in, people start grabbing. Because actually there are some people never used to go to work. They are like my bouncers. Because I would go, you see one bottle of Vienna, you can take when you are 3.
And you get drunk?
The first round, 3, then I buy them another one. One bottle is enough.
How much is a bottle now?
100.
Oh my God.
So there are some fellas who never used to go to work. They will just time and get out of the house so that they will go and sit in the bar the whole day and drink. And you see, in a very noisy place where you are being praised. You are being praised because you are always buying.
That used to raise your morale.
Yeah, you see, nobody. You see, when you try to make me important, All the time you are trying to make me, but I want to stay near you.
Yeah.
If it make me feel stupid, I will run away from it.
True.
Yeah. So I wanted to stay where there's company that is making me feel important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened to that circle when you transitioned?
Now they started fearing me.
Mm-hmm.
They are the ones who withdrew. I'm not the one who withdrew from them. They are the ones who withdrew because now you see they opened what I can offer.
Okay.
Now if I'm not, somebody will not just come. I'm not going to them, but unless I meet you, the two of us.
Yeah.
With the two of us, we can go. I can call you, or you can call me. Go and sit in the bar, and nobody is going to come asking for money from me or beer.
Mm-hmm.
But when I go alone, everybody will be passing through there, asking me to buy one for them.
Mm-hmm.
Now because I really don't go to the bar to drink.
Yeah.
So this company, they just vanished.
Mm-hmm.
They just vanished, and even we got to a stage whereby we started respecting each other. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So who became your friends? Did you have friends, or did you decide I'm willing to work on this journey alone? As long as my family is there, my wife, my kids, my family. Who became your friends?
I did not really get any other friends. My family is enough because I just get to marry. Okay, this time I stopped being an addict of the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I started doing normal things like anybody else. Yeah, just get home early, sleep early. And again, now I started, even my work, getting to school early.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I even wanted to
I don't
ask.
really have that company that now is following me because this is the match.
Yeah.
I don't have those who can call at friends that we follow each other with now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you became like more of a loner.
Yeah.
No loner are those people that have decided at all costs I'm willing to walk on this path alone.
Yeah.
So how are your parents' reaction? Considering that there's a time your dad got you a psychiatrist, then you went back full force. How are their reactions and your siblings?
Very happy. Mm-hmm. They became very happy.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a miracle.
Yeah.
Nobody could believe that I could get that far back because I was lost, and now I told them and they really congratulated me, and it's almost 3 years, and everybody is happy because okay, even if around my parents, I find it funny when even my friends tell me, if by now you could have married, I ask in my heart, when I was drinking, you don't tell me that I'm going to die. Sasa ndio nasema wewe tulikuwa tumezika, lakini when I was drinking, you could not come and tell me that trade.
Could you even have listened to them?
I could not. Could not. Yeah.
Wow. How many years again?
Now
in addiction.
In addiction, that 3 years. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 33.
Yeah. Now I'm 49. Yeah.
So the better part of your life, you lived it in drunkenness, in addiction of all kind of things.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. What are the regrets that you have for the 33 years?
Okay, let me say that if I was not taking these drugs, I would be very far. Let's say even career-wise.
Yeah. You were once a tutor, you were demoted.
Yes. Yeah. I would be a principal.
Yeah. True.
But I did not see the need to build myself career-wise because I was lost in drugs and alcohol. I would be aware of the man because I believe that I have taken maybe about how many millions? If this was a tank. If I really, okay, let me compare myself with some of my colleagues who we started working with.
Yeah.
And they never took alcohol. When I was taking alcohol, they were taking saccharons and buying a protein. And today, they are millionaires with the skyscrapers, nice cars. Yeah. So when I meet them, I really pity myself because those are many wasted years. Yeah. And at the end of the day, I would have left my family with
There's nothing.
yeah. I would leave my family with something better. Maybe if I invested more.
Wisely.
Yeah, wisely.
What are your regrets in your marriage and in your relationship with your parents? That is career-wise and
Yeah, okay.
development-wise.
Because of the support that they have given me, they have never stopped to love me. Even when I was an addict, my family, my parents, they never stopped to love me. And that's some of the things that go deep into your heart, and you feel like you're indebted because you are so reckless, but you are still receiving love. So you feel like I should stop. Yeah.
Wow. You went back to the church, remembering that you are an altar boy.
Mambo ya katika kanisa bado hiyo
Unangoja nini?
hiyo siku ingine pengine.
With time it will come. Now I want you to look at that camera because the issue of drugs, one, we don't understand. You also deal with young people. And I know you have had cases of students involving themselves in drugs for one reason or the other. I would want you to educate us a little bit of on one of the reasons, key reasons that you have interacted with. You would say are the reasons as to why young people are indulging in drugs. Considering, my God, wanafunga shule for 2 months, November, December. What do you think the parent should look up to when it comes to even detecting that the way my son is behaving, something is wrong?
Okay, to the parents, I would say that these young people that we have, they have a lot of energy. And you should not feel like that you are burdening them with work. When you give them little work, they become idle.
Okay.
Send them to town. When it comes back, send him again to town. Give them a lot of work. That way, they don't get engaged in something that is productive. But if now, as a parent, like now when they're for school holidays, you just leave them idle there. That's the time that they'll find to go and do this drugs and alcohol. But if you don't want that, just give them a lot of work and a lot of work because they can do that work. Let them learn how to take care of the compound, wash clothes. Just give them a lot of work. Keep them busy. Yes.
Okay. The other thing, what do you think for a parent? Because me, I've met people that even career men, that their wives have become an alcohol addicts. They are friends and they don't know what to do. What would you say that someone that is going through addiction needs the most?
Somebody who needs addiction needs a lot of love, and then it is important for those people who love because somebody cannot see you stupid. It is others who see you stupid. So if you have got somebody who is an addict in your family, just try to use those kind ones, like for example, telling him that he can stop. Those words are going to ring into his head because it's not like alcoholics are bad people. Yeah, they are good people. Yeah, and those words of encouragement, like saying you can do it, you can stop. Instead of making somebody stupid and always complaining, try to show them some love. Yeah.
Wow. Do you think that, let me talk of the community and the government, is doing enough to create programs that are helping such kind of people? I normally say this. I don't know when we will develop to a places of finding programs to help addicts that are not so expensive. Because trust you me, taking someone to a rehab is not two bob, is not 50,000. It is more than that. I even saw the other day, Motondori, there is a rehabilitation center that was there. I even don't know how much they are charging. But what am I asking? I'm asking whether you think the government, the systems, and maybe the society are doing enough to be able to create awareness and to support the people that will be willing to walk out of whatever form of addiction.
These rehabs are only for the rich.
Too bad.
Yeah, the common man cannot afford to be rehabilitated. You are on your own, work on your own way out of that addiction that you have. Don't expect the government to come and help you out of your addiction. Rehabs are very expensive, and at the end of the day, if you go to a rehab when you have not decided yourself, it's a waste of time.
What kind of programs do you think we can have to help people, nurture them, even teach. Even if someone is drunk, they be brought here, they be taught. Because for you, someone told me someone told you something that kept on ringing in their mind. So, what kind of programs? You are a high school teacher. Are there programs that maybe you indulge in? I remember there's a time I was called to speak to a high school about self-awareness and everything.
It is important to make those drunkards feel important because most of them have lost hope, and that's why they are just deteriorating. So if there can be programs to make the drunkards feel that they are important, somehow there's something they have got any value, than just engaging in drinking the whole day from morning. Those ones, there's power in the tongue. Those ones that you say, they are very important. So if we can have programs for those who are addicted to encourage them, just by the word of mouth, actually it can be enough. Because if it is said in the right way, not like you are blaming somebody, but like you are trying to help somebody.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Now, as we come to the end of the show, I want you to talk to 3 people in your life. Your parents. I don't know whether they will ever watch this, but I know I can share and someone would tell them. They might not hear this English because they taught you as an English teacher and I've really tried to keep up with the English. So they might not see it, but someone might tell them, I saw your son somewhere and he said 1, 2, 3. I want you to speak to your parents. What would you tell them in your family? Then we will come to your children and your wife. We start with your family first.
To my father, at one time I told him that I'll never stop smoking back. He told me that I should never even greet him because as long as I'm smoking, and I told him that I will never stop. I'll better not greet you. But I stopped smoking. I stopped drinking, and he was very happy when I told him that I have stopped. He asked me, "Have you really stopped because of me?" I told him, "Yes, I want you to be happy, and I have stopped smoking and drinking." And I thank you very much for the encouragement to my mother. My mother was always being told stories by everybody. Your son is drinking himself stupid, and the happiness that I saw from my mom when she learned that I have stopped taking this stuff is the greatest thing in the world. To my wife, that is the person who gave me a lot of support. She never went away. We stuck together. My children, they have seen me abuse their mother. They stuck by me, and I thank them all.
Wow, it's an emotional ending because every parent that is alive would want to see their sons get to this point. Every wife, every child, having experienced 33 years, or even throughout their life, apart from 3 years ago that their dad has been able to escape from addiction, they wish to have a peaceful life. So you would understand why I would get emotional. And I think I am too because I know even when we started this channel, we wanted it to give a space to men to speak their heart out. Because you know what? The moment you share something out, you feel like there is a burden off the shoulder. And I know the reason as why we approached him because we looked for him. We wanted him to address these issues. You are out there, you have a brother, you have a cousin, you have your husband, you have even a wife that is struggling with addiction. We have been told the way out, one of the ways out of the addiction is to show them love. I don't know even how to break it down. It is difficult to show love to someone that is not even seeing that love. He has told us he used to be violent with the wife. Imagine the wife still stuck with him. And I know that woman used to pray. I know the mother used to pray. When you see people struggling out there, please don't be judgmental. You are not Jesus, and I'm not. Let us try to understand one another. Let us try to support one another. And we continue to celebrate them. Women, celebrate the men in your life. I'm sorry to say this. It is not all the time that they will be there. Something might happen. Let us give people their flowers as long as they are alive. A day will come. He is celebrating the parent. Tumesikia mpaka babake at one point alikuwa amemwambia usiwahi nisalimia. I want to ask you a question. How much pain do you think that old man had gone through to get to a place of telling his own son not to say hi. I know, we all know the habits. My old father used to be a drunkard, and when dad stopped drinking, it might surprise you. I'm the only child that gave him a very hard time because nilikuwa naona kama ni trick. Tulikuwa tunalala nje. Mom would not be there. Mom is in the market, and we are just all of us. Dad comes drinking, and today, as my father lies there in the sick bed because he got stroke 5 years ago, I look at him and I celebrate my mother because that woman stood by the husband. Dad stopped drinking many years ago. He became a good father. We have a good relationship. But what I'm saying is, let us try to support them. Let us try to show them love. Let us celebrate them. And when we get to do this with unity and love, I'm sure that they are going to get somewhere. So for us, from Inclusive Reflections, we celebrate you, Mr. Joe. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You are living testimony that when someone decides on your own, let me tell you, whatever it is that you're going through, please jiite kamkutano. Because even if people would be willing to help you, and you have not gotten to that place of paying the price, you can never get yourself out of it. He got to a place of himself. Remember, unakumbuka alisema alikuwa ameshikanishwa na madawa hapo akaamka hospitali. 3 months later, he went back to it full blast because it was like punishing someone that on his own alijiita kamkutano, came back to his senses and decided, I'm no longer going to allow alcohol to control. So whoever you are, whatever form of addiction, let me tell you, we are not only talking about drug addiction. People have gotten addicted to devilish sexual issues out of their idleness and out of so many things that they have gone through. And I'm sure as we continue in this channel, we will be able even to bring experts on board to address them so that we can learn. This was quite an informative session, and I was looking forward to it. 33 years in mchezo. 33 years ni kusema a lady got pregnant, gave birth, the son akasoma shule akamaliza, akaoa, akaitwa shosho when he was still struggling with the drugs. But he woke up one day. And you know what? The Bible says that God is the one that affirms our steps. So whatever decision you make, as long as you're trusting in God, He is very capable of delivering you from that very situation. So please, we celebrate our men and we will continue to support them. It is possible to get out of addiction. It is possible to be free. It is possible to start afresh. He is 3 years old. Don't, by the way, sit down and pity yourself. Everybody has a life that is carved. Wenye hawakuwa wanakunywa, they have developed, God is going to restore everything that was lost within 33 years. I'm sure you remember these words. Na najua even within the span of 3 years, when you were talking the other day, ulikuwa unaniambia kuna mambo ambayo umeweza kufanya within those 3 years yenye umeacha pombe. Si ni ukweli? If I had very right, you are driving na uko na kashamba mahali. Within miaka mingapi? God is a restorer. So it's going to restore whatever the locust has eaten. That is what the Bible says in the book of, I know you don't go to church, go read Joel 2:22. Mungu anasema kwamba atarudisha zile vitu zote ambazo zilikuliwa na viwavi, all those things, and let that word encourage you. So thank you so much for coming on board. To our viewers, we appreciate you so much for staying on board and supporting us. Please, we still urge you, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And now and then we'll be going live on some few sessions, and I believe we'll be in a position to handle 1, 2, 3 things. We are here to serve you. We are here to support you. In case you have a program, maybe it's a rehab center, you're looking for someone that can talk to someone that is in addiction, you have programs in the churches, you can use this man. I'm sure watu wa Runyenje mnamjua vizuri, he can be a good example. Na unajua nothing works better than ukijua, if he made it, your son can make it. If he made it, my husband can make it. It makes us hold on to faith. So whatever program you have, I'm sure Mr. Joe would be willing to help. Yes. Even in schools, let us do this together because the best way possible is if we work as a team. So please keep it inclusive reflections, support us in the best way possible, and let us do this. Let us inspire one life at a time, and that is going to help us feel better